Hi, everyone. I'm Sharon Malloch from MHC, and welcome to another session of Expert Insights. Today, I'm joined by Mahmoud Jaafar from DTECH to talk about how digital government agendas across EMEA are reshaping citizen communications and how DTECH is helping those public sector organizations respond. Mahmoud, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you, Sharon. It's my pleasure to join you today.
All right, well, let's start with a quick intro. Mahmoud, can you tell us a bit more about DTECH, your role, and the types of government clients that you work with across the region?
Of course, of course. So first off, thank you, Sharon, for this interview today. Actually, I lead the regional sales at DTECH, okay, with a strong focus on supporting public sector organizations undergoing digital transformation. So my work spans across the EMEA region and includes collaboration with the ministries, government sectors, municipalities, and regulatory authorities, and some government-owned companies. Now, these organizations are usually navigating complex modernization initiatives. And at DTECH, we help them align with those technologies that improve citizen services and user experiences. And just to add also over here that many of the public sector engagements we support, especially across UAE, Saudi Arabia, and Qatar, they are communicating with incredible diverse population. And in some cases, this means that they are serving over 100 nationalities. Each one of those nationalities is having different languages and communication preferences. And that makes intelligent, inclusive communication not just important, but essential.
Right. Okay. And I know across your region, there are more and more of these digital by default mandates from government, such as the national digital initiatives in the UAE, in Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and Turkey. From your perspective, what is driving these initiatives and what do organizations struggle the most with as they're responding and working to modernize?
Of course. Mainly those initiatives or the momentum actually behind those initiatives are driven by citizens, by people themselves, because their expectations are for more, faster, and more accessible services. Mm-hmm. Nowadays, people are mirroring what they are expecting within the private sector, and they are expecting the same within the public sector at the same time. Mm-hmm. But there's another powerful play at force over here. There is a cooperation or some kind of synergy happening between governments and private sector. When governments in the region launch digital initiatives or mandates, private sector often moves fast and swiftly to implement and operationalize those visions. And this kind of synergy is helping to accelerate the digital transformation at scale. And to be honest, this thing, we can see it here in UAE and in the MENAT region as well. So to keep up with this pace, the government and private sector will need to invest more and more on disruptive and agile customer communication technologies that will support.
All right. And I do know one thing that we've discussed that is often overlooked is the actual citizen communication, what actually gets delivered to residents, members, beneficiaries. So why and how do you think CCM, customer communication management systems, why are they such a critical piece of the modernization? Yeah.
So even when governments and large organizations owned by governments invest into digital platforms, they still send out some outdated, maybe confusing or not personalized, unpersonalized communications. And that's where CCMs really plays a critical role. It is essential, and it ensures that people receiving those documents and messages understand what they are getting. And those messages are personalized, they are timely, they are compliant. And we have to remember also here, Sharon, that government bodies are a massive, complex organizations, just like any normal enterprise, but with more constraints and more regulations. So, for example, in some countries, we can see that a national postal office, can have up to 2,000, maybe 6,000 points. You can imagine it's a huge, and reaching citizens across such a wide network requires a centralized CCM platform that can unify this messaging, ensure consistency, and speak to all people in one voice. And it's not just about operations or operational efficiency, it's about building trust as well.
Right, right. There's a lot of limitations, but they're expecting a lot of personalization.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
so it's a big task to fill. What are, in your opinion, what is the role of MHC working with DTECH, and what specific gaps are we helping to fill? And then on that note, what made MHC a partner that you were looking to work with as you support these digital government agendas?
Of course, yes. Yeah, this is where our partnership actually comes in place. So MHC actually solutions help fill up a critical gap over here, by enabling such high volumes, secure and personalized communications that are compliant, okay, and traceable. And this what makes MHC stand out as well, is that a low-code platform, which gives government bodies or government entities the flexibility to adapt communications without having IT involvement. So it reduces or removes strain from IT. And for DTECH, this kind of partnership with MHC was a natural fit, to be honest with you. Both companies are focused on helping government bodies modernize and responsibly and efficiently. The team at MHC has been helping and been incredibly responsive with us and collaborative, which helped us move quickly and supporting us in our regional efforts as well.
Well, that's awesome. That's great to hear. Thank you so much for this discussion today. And before we go, are there any last words or recommendations that you would have for public sector leaders watching today?
Of course, of course. Digital transformation is no longer optional for government organizations. It's expected. But success doesn't come from technology itself. It's about choosing the right partners and can move quickly without compromising on compliance, security, and trust. That's all I have to say.
Okay, well, thank you again, Mahmoud, for your insights today. Thank you to all of you who are watching and tuning in. I hope this conversation has given you some helpful insights about the need to modernize citizen communications in response to these digital government agendas in EMEA. And if you're working on digital transformation in the public sector, visit either of our websites, either DTECH or MHC, and reach out. We'd love to speak with you. And until then, thanks again, Mahmoud, for joining us. Take care, and we'll see you all next time.
Thank you, Sharon. Thank you very much. Take
Thank
care.
you.
Bye-bye.